What's up, y'all? My name's Cree and welcome to my first YouTube video. So I'm gonna be doing like a story time get ready with me, and that's just what the channel is going to consist of: different story times, vlogs, a little bit of makeup. But yeah, y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how you feeling about this story time, because this is so long ago. So I'm gonna just get straight into it. And again, this was like 2018, 2019, so I'm gonna do the best I can to like memorize what I can. So we just gonna get straight into it. So I was young and dumb, and so I had met this guy. We're gonna name him Jack. And Jack had just got out of jail. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. You know how you grow up sheltered, and once you get like, I was still living in my mom's house, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, once you get like a little bit older and you start going out on your own and meeting people, you like want a taste of a little bit of freedom. So I should have just stayed at home, but I just wanted to be grown so bad. So anyway, I had met this guy named Jack, and back then, y'all, I didn't have a lot of friends. I was a lot more shy than I am right now. So yeah, I was talking to Jack, and we would hang out sometimes, and Jack had a sister. I'm gonna name her Jill. And so me and Jack were talking, probably, it wasn't that long. And again, I'm gonna say I was young and dumb, but anyway, me and Jack were talking, and he introduced me to his sister because Jack liked to participate in things that we're not gonna say, and so he didn't want me to be around him, and so he doesn't want me to be around him anyway because he's out doing whatever he wants to do, basically. And so he like, yeah, my sister, you should hang out with her because you can't be around me all the time, long story short. And so I'm like, cool. So I'll start hanging out with Jill, like going over her house and hanging out with her like kids, like babysitting. Me and Jill would go out to like people she know, or just like I would just like be around whatever she was around when I should have been at home comfortable. Like, you know, when your mom tell you you need to sit down sometimes and it's okay to be bored, please listen to your mom, because she's absolutely right. Like, now I enjoy my peace, but back then I just wanted to be around. I wanted to be around anything that was going on. So yeah, fast forward, me and Jill hanging out, and I'm dog sitting, y'all, and it's a lot of commotion going on. I'm hanging out with Jill. Me and Jack had stopped talking because Jack basically gave me the boot, y'all. I found out he was talking to another girl. Jack had given me the boot. He gave me the ultimatum, like, yeah, I'm talking to another girl. You could either like get with it or not get with it. And I'm young and dumb, like wanting to be a lover girl. I'm like, I don't want to get with it. And y'all, no shade, no tea, but Jack family, like, good or bad, not to say like that, but he was just the type to like, whatever he did, they supported. Anyway, yeah, he gave me the boot. And so I'm like, okay. Mind you, I was young and dumb, like I still wanted to be around him. So like I still continued to hang out with the sister even though he wasn't around, because me and the sister did like grow close and grew close to like her kids and stuff. Like, I just had a good time over there. Mom was cool, dad was cool, sister was cool, the kids was cool. Like, I was cool, and I was like, maybe I'll see Jack from time to time, even though I didn't need to see nothing of Jack, because if somebody doesn't want you, don't lower yourself or be around people who don't value you, basically. But again, I was young and dumb. So a couple months go by, and I'm still hanging out with Jill. Like, I would see like Jack if he would come to Jill's house and like check on them or whatever, or whatever he was doing, and that was it. So I won't really like tripping about it no more. So New Year's was coming up, and I didn't have, keep in mind y'all, I didn't have no friends, and my ass should have been at home, comfortable in my bed, in my room, on bathroom. I should have turned up with my mom for New Year's. So New Year's coming up, and Jill, like, family's going out of town, like out of state. I'm not gonna say the state because I don't want to leave too much information out there, but the family was going out of state to their family's house for New Year's. And so I'm young and dumb, say it with me, young and dumb. I'm sitting here like, oh, like, I'm gonna go, like, maybe Jack will be there and he'll want me back. Girl, he don't want you. He don't want you. He want who he got. He want her. He want her. He want her. He don't want you. Okay. So I tag along. The car that we rode in was me, Jill, Jill's mom, dad, and aunt. And so I'm a little disappointed, like, dang, like, because they was like Jack and his new girlfriend was riding separately. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I wasn't really trying to trip at the same time because I'm like, that. So we get down to the state, and I don't want to name the state. I don't know. People just, I don't know. Anyway, I just don't want to put people business out there. So we get to the state. The state, y'all, it gives me The Hills Have Eyes. If y'all have ever seen that movie with The Hills Have Eyes, and no offense to anybody who lives there if you figure out where I'm talking about, but yeah, it just gives me Hills Have Eyes scenery type vibes. Like, it's houses, but they so spread out because it's so much land and it's like really nothing there. Yeah, so we get to the state and they want to go to the casino. I don't bet, barely know how to bet to this day. I just don't know how to do it, and I feel like I have bad luck with it. So they want to go to the casino, so we stopped at the casino, and I bet, like, I had money, but I didn't have like as much money. I ain't rich now, but I'm saying, like, back then, like, I was younger, so I was struggling. I had like a little bit of money on me, but I didn't want to like spend nothing crazy. So I had bet $20-$40, y'all. Why did I win $15-$20, lost it, and that was it? So I was like kind of over the casino, but we were still there because Jill's dad, he was winning. He was hitting. I just realized I forgot to put foundation on. Like, I'm a mess. But Jack and Jill's dad, like, he was hitting at the casino. So we there for probably like I would say like an hour and a half. We end up heading to their family's house, and everybody like catching up, everybody having a good time, and Jack had not arrived yet with his girl. And I wasn't really trying to think about Jack anyway. Like, you're here to have a good time, you're friends with Jill, just have a good time and focus on that. But yeah, some time go by, we just chit-chatting, whatever, and Jack and his new girlfriend end up, I don't know why I'm saying new girlfriend, like, Jack and his girlfriend end up arriving, and so everybody's still like chit-chatting, whatever, and so it's a lot of it awkward for me there with his new girl. So I'm just like the odd one out now, because they boot up on the couch kissing, and I know people was probably like, why is she here? Even though I was friends with Jill, they was probably like, this girl like giving desperate, and was like, I should have been home, comfortable in bed, chilling with my mom, anything other than there. And so New Year's, the ball about to drop, we watching it on their TV in the living room. And so basically this one cousin, he was there, and so Jill was telling him, like, me and Cree, we want to go to the turn up. Where's the turn up? And so the cousin, his name won't stay cousin, but cousin, he was like, oh, I got y'all. I'm gonna take y'all downtown. Like, this my parts. Like, we gonna turn up and have a good time. So me and Jill like, bet, hey. Not because it was just awkward for me, but we didn't want to be sitting up in the house with everybody, and everybody was like kind of like chilling at that point. We wanted to turn up for New Year's. And so ball drop, everybody like, Happy New Year, woo. And so we end up taking Jill's mom's van. The cousin drove. Jill was in the passenger seat. I was in first row of the van. And so we're driving, and the roads was looking like a bowl of spaghetti. Like the hills was just winding, and it was just giving like roller coaster. And so cousin, he was kind of driving real fast. And so Jill like was type to like say what's on her mind. Like, keep that in mind, y'all. She get bucked. She don't care if you a woman, she don't care if you was the president. If she want to buck, that's what she want to do. So she getting a little irritated, like, cousin, you driving too fast, slow down. We in this car, don't play like that, you doing too much. And I agree. I'm like, yeah, like I'm a little nervous back here because it's a lot of hills and stuff on this road. And fellow cousin like, okay, so cousin, slow down. We finally get to like their little downtown area. I kid y'all not, it literally was like a road with like barely any street lights on it. A couple little buildings, maybe like 3 buildings right there on the edge of the road. No parking lot, like cars parked on the side of the highway basically. So we pull up, I'm automatically like, what the, where are we at? But then I'm a little excited, like, okay, like we gonna see what they about. Cousin parked the car on the side of the road, and so he like, y'all wait in the car, I'm gonna go inside and peep the vibes, because sometimes they be quick to pew pew and we don't need that. And he was like, I'm gonna see if they charging and like with like how long they open and whatever. So we like, okay, you do that. So me and Jill sitting in the car, cousin go in, and he's not in there long. He in there for probably like a minute or two. And in the meantime, we see this YN run out, and he do like one of them skip runs, you know, when they got their hands in their pocket and it's looking like they might get to pew pewing. So I'm looking like, I think cousin was right. And so cousin, he come out the place, and so he like, yeah, we gonna get the out of here because they really vibing in there and it's looking like they about to get crazy. So we're like, okay, bet, take us to like the turn up. And so we riding around for like, it had at least been like 30-40 minutes. We riding around basically around the town, and cousin just going to people he knows house. And I don't know what he was doing when he would go inside, but he was like, he stopped by at least 2 people's house. And Jill was getting really frustrated, like, this is not what you said we was gonna do. We was supposed to come out here. You was supposed to have us out here like turning up. You just riding around like doing, stopping by people you want to stop by. And so cousin was like, okay, you right, I'm gonna look for another like turn up. People not really talking about nothing. And so we like, cool. I was getting a little irritated too, because I'm like, how you got us out here talking about you gonna have us at the turn up and you just have us riding around like doing nothing? Like, who does that? And so he eventually is like, all right, y'all about to go to this little kickback. And so I'm like, cool, ain't nothing really going on anyway, like in this little town, so let's do the kickback. And so we end up riding down the road, y'all, and the way these people's houses was set up in this state, it would be one house, and then it would be at least like half a mile or a mile until somebody else's house. It's a lot of hills and stuff in between. So if you are out of milk and eggs or butter and you need to ask your neighbor, you might as well drive to the store because you're not gonna have a neighbor. So that's how far back in the woods we was. Like, we like kind of thrown off, but we not really paying it no mind because like we're ready to turn up. And so we're not paying it no mind because we're ready to like turn up and get to the kickback. And so we pull up to this house. First of all, it's not a house and not knocking nobody where nobody live, but we pull up to this double triple wide trailer, and it had this little driveway, and then the trailer was sitting to the right with a couple cars in the driveway. And so why when we walk inside, it was given trap house kickback. As soon as we walk inside, everybody just stopped and looked at us. The floors was dirty, the counters was dirty, people were sitting on the counters. They had one couch a little TV and a coffee table. Everything in there was dirty. It was definitely giving trap house kickback. And they was staring at us, probably because like they know each other, they don't know us, so they like, who is these people coming up in here? And we was looking good too, so like then it was on us like a dog on a piece of meat, baby. Like and Jill, she was eating it up because she more outgoing than me, and so she was on it. She was like, yeah, we here, what's up? That's what she was on. The next was like, who y'all? Ooh, y'all look good. What's y'all name? Where y'all from? Jill like, oh, my name Jill, I'm from blah. Yeah, what's up? And I'm just over here like, I'm Cree. I'm from Virginia. I don't want to be here. Like, I just felt really out of place, y'all. And so nowhere to sit, like nowhere to even lean. They sitting on the dirty counters. I wouldn't even sit on the counters even if it was unoccupied. That's how dirty the place was. And so I end up telling cousin and Jill, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to the car real quick. I'm gonna go outside real quick. So they like, cool. I went outside and sat my ass in that car, scrolled on my phone, and was just hoping and praying that they would get bored and come out. But I knew that won't gonna happen because like they was feeling it when they walked in. I won't feeling it because that wasn't really my type of vibe. I won't really like a party person anyway. That wasn't my vibe, even if I was a party person. Like I'm good. And so I'm sitting in the car scrolling on my phone, and so getting a little late, and I see people leaving, so I'm like, okay, cool, we probably about to leave now, like cool. And so Jill and cousin come out and they like, Cree, come inside. I'm like, come inside and back in there. So I'm like, okay, like let me go inside and see like what they want. Maybe they about to leave and like, yeah. So I go inside and it's like barely anybody in there, and I'm not really thinking of it. And so people like leaving and stuff, I'm not really thinking nothing of it. And so Jill is in there with cousin. They still talking to the, I'm just like kikiing with them, not really talking about nothing. Like we just kind of like chatting. And I'm a little bit more comfortable because it's not as many people in there. But then like as we're talking, the rest of the people are leaving and we're not noticing it because we're like in the living room area. And so I'm sitting on the couch. Couch was the cleanest thing in there. And so keep in mind, like cousin was supposed to be there. Cousin leave. We're so busy talking, we don't notice cousin leave. So cousin, he left while we was all talking. And so I'm sitting on the couch and there's this boy, I'm gonna name him Cameron. He's sitting beside me. And so Jill, she talking to this guy, and I don't know if y'all know who Pee Wee Longway, the rapper, is, but that's who he looked like to me. Like just short, and that's all I'm gonna say. He just looked like him. If y'all don't know who that is, please Google him. And that's what this man looked like that Jill was talking to. And so Jill was like, Cree, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go over here talking about the other side of the trailer. And so I'm like, I'm not trying to be no party pooper or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll be chilling here. Like, she like, you good? I'm like, I'm good, because like I was good. I was chilling beside Cameron, and like we was chit chatting. And so some time go by, not a lot of time, but probably like at least like almost an hour, maybe an hour go by, and me and Cameron were chit chatting still. And I don't even remember what we was talking about, y'all. Like we really weren't even talking about anything important. It was basically like, what's your name, where are you from? That's it. Like we weren't really talking about anything, and I was not interested in him like whatsoever to even be like trying to flirt with him. Like he wasn't my type. No offense to him. And so we talking, y'all. Why do this boy look at me, and he gonna look at me and ask, can I kiss you? I said, can you kiss me? he said, yeah, can I kiss you? And he was so serious. I'm like, no. And he like asked me, and he like, you sure I can't kiss you? I'm like, no, like, what? Are you cool? And so like, luckily he was cool about it, but he was like, okay, and then we kept talking. I'm like, so you just randomly be asking people to kiss you? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm like, yeah, now I'm really ready to go. I was already ready to go, but I was chilling talking to Cameron while Jill was in the other room. I don't know what was going on in the other room. I don't really care because that wasn't my business. I was just there like to support my friend, and that's who I came with. And so I'm just like, please hurry up, because like I'm ready to go. This boy talking about, can he kiss me? Like, baby, no. And so probably like 5-10 minutes go by, and so we hear like yelling, and I'm like on alert, because I'm like, that's Jill yelling. She not like yelling like help, she yelling like she ready to tussle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, because remember when I told y'all, Jill, she didn't care if you was a man, a woman, the president. She will get it with you. Like, she will argue with you. She don't care. Like, she feel away. So she yelling, and Cameron, y'all, he had, I didn't even notice, but he had a mouse tool tucked to the other side of him. And so he like pulling it out, and I'm like, Jill. They'll come out the other side of the trailer. The Pee-wee, they come out, and y'all, Pee-wee, it was looking like he was like, I don't know, like half dressed. And so him and Jill like arguing, and me and Cameron, we like, what's going on? And so Jill like, Pee-wee said that he was gonna pay me to talk to him, like have a conversation with him. He not trying to pay up. I don't know, y'all, keep in mind they was in that back room. I don't know what was being paid for, but that's what she says. So I was like, what's going on? Like, Pee-wee, he was calling her out her name. He was like, I'm not paying you nothing. Like, I'm not paying you nothing. I'm not paying you. You need to get the out. Like, I'm not paying you nothing. And so Jill, she wanted her money, y'all. She was like, yes, you are paying me. And she like, I'm not going nowhere. And so he like, what? You not trying to get out? Y'all, why do Pee-wee grab the mouse tool, and he like, you need to get the out. And so I'm like, oh shit, we're done. We're in the middle of nowhere in this state, and we were supposed to just be turning up for New Year's, and nobody's gonna know where we're at. And if I get back like and let us see it, I'll stay my at home. Like, I will stay home. And so Pee-wee, I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, like, this man got the mouse tool in his hand. He like, get the fuck out. And Jill like, I'm not going nowhere till you pay me. I'm like looking at her like, it's no way. Like, I'm just looking like, it's absolutely no way. Like, she's serious right now. I'm like, we gotta go. But I'm not trying to show like my fear. I'm trying to like be there for my friends. So I'm like, Pee-wee, like, chill. Like, you don't even have to do all that. He like, y'all just need to get the fuck out. And he had to tell me twice, because I had been ready to go. And so I'm like, all right, Jill, like, let's just go. And she like, I'm not going nowhere. You like, pay me. You supposed to give me money. You said you was gonna pay me for my time. And y'all, Pee-wee, he was not for it. I don't know what went down in that room. I don't know what was promised. That wasn't my business. Like, but Pee-wee, he was not going for it. He was not giving up no money to her. And so even though she may have got money from him, she may have not, but that, long story short, that's what they was arguing about. Her supposedly having to be paid or haven't been paid or something like that, and she didn't do something. I don't know. That's what they was arguing about. And so he had the mouse tool, and he was like, y'all need to get out now. Like, y'all need to get out. And so she's still arguing with him like, I'm not going nowhere, F you, like, blah blah blah, F you. And so y'all keep in mind, like, cousin was gone. Cousin had been long gone. Like, cousin was not there anymore for like over an hour now, and we didn't notice because all this was going on. You know how everything be happening, like, and time be moving so fast. Like, that's why we didn't notice that this boy had left us. He left us there. And so Pee-wee and Jill still arguing, like telling both of us now to get out because like I'm standing off to the side, like kind of towards the door, like, and she's still not trying to leave, and kind of up that too. He like, you better get out now, like he not playing. And so she's still like, I'm not going nowhere. Why do he literally take his hand and push Jill out the door, like, and she stumbled a little bit. I'm like, oh like, he's fed up, like, we're done. And so then he like look at me and he started trying to push me. I'm like, you don't gotta put your hands on me because I didn't even want to come. Like, you don't have to push me. I was telling him, you do not have to push me, sir. I don't care to be here. And so we're out the door at that point, and I'm like, thank God, because that was really dangerous. Like, for them to be arguing, he got the mouse tool, Cameron got the mouse tool. Like, anybody could up it at this point and nobody would know, like, but cousin where we was at. Like, cousin had left us, y'all. So we're outside and Jill's like, wait, where the is cousin at? And I don't have cousin number, so I'm like and she trying to call cousin, he not answering. I'm like, yo. And so Jill, she was still mad, y'all. She take a rock, not a pebble, a rock, and she throw it at the side of the trailer. I'm like, yo. I'm like, Pee-wee gonna come out, he gonna up that tool on us. I don't want to die in this town. I want to make it back home. I will stay my ass at home now. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Jill, no, like, don't do that. She like, you like threw the rock. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jill, no. And so it said thump on the side. I'm like, okay, he's gonna come out and start flaming at us. We're done. The driveway, it was like a little hill, so I'm like, let's walk down here and wait and see if we see cousin riding by. I'm just trying to make an excuse to get away from the trailer because I don't want her to throw another rock. I don't want him to come out and start arguing and then like it go left, because he had a mouth tool. We didn't have no weapon on us. We had our phones. And so we go to the bottom of the driveway, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm low-key scared, like high-key scared, but I'm not trying to show it. And so we're sitting on the little guardrail and a car coming. I'm a little nervous. I'm like, what if Pee-wee called backup? I'm thinking that, like, what if this is his backup and they're coming to like get us? And so I'm like kind of ducking like this, like probably looking crazy sitting at the bottom of the thing. The car ended up passing by, just a random car going to wherever. And so they'll finally get in contact with cousin. Jill is going off on cousin. She's going off. She like, cousin, where the you at? You left us here. You in my mama's car. Like, bro, come get us. Like, she's going off, like, and so he like, I'm coming. So I was mad too, y'all, but like, that was not my cousin nor my family to be like going off. I was so chill, way more chill at that time. So I was not like, I would let people walk over top of me, like, young and dumb. But I was like, where is he at? Like, this is really irritating. This is really dangerous. But yeah, so she bucked on him, and I'm glad she did, because that's wrong. Why would you leave us at a party you brought us to, and you know how these people are? Like, why would you do that? Who does that anyway? And then you left, not like it was your car, you left in her mom's car, left us. And so he eventually pulled up. It felt like it was like 30 minutes until he got there. I think it was probably at least like 10-15 minutes, but keep in mind we was already outside like for like 10 minutes. And so he finally like pulled up, and so Jill is just going in on him. Like, Jill is like, where you at? Like, Jill is going off. Like, she like, you dumb. We're just cussing him out. And so I think I don't know if he was crying, but he was definitely like really upset. He was like he ended up telling us that, I don't know if he told us at the time or if he ended up telling Jill, and Jill had told me, like, but basically he said what had happened to him was one of the people at the party or like somebody he know to go grab something from them, and they had held him at gunpoint and wasn't trying to let him go and robbed him or something like that. And that's what took him so long, like, to come back and get us. But even if that's true, why would you leave us in the first place? And you brought us here in the middle of nowhere, and you're leaving in her mom's car. It's not even your car. What are you doing? And so I'm like, I don't even care. Like, I'm just glad that we back in the car. Like, I'm just happy to be back in the car on the way back to their family house, because we're leaving in the morning. We end up getting back to the their family house, and it was really late, but I was just glad to be back. Like, I didn't care what time it was. I'm just glad that we was out of that predicament, because that's really dangerous. It could have went a whole another direction, like, at any point. So I was just glad to be back. And so Jill, she was still irritated because, like, why would you leave us? And because that was messed up of him. Like, why would you? I don't even know. But we end up yeah, y'all, we end up getting back, and we go to sleep, and then we leave the next morning. And honestly, I think Jill had ended up telling, like, the family what happened, that cousin had got us into some BS. But Jill's family was so chill, and Jill was grown with kids anyway, so what are they gonna do, yell at her? But they were so chill. I'm grown, but my mom, she's still gonna yell at me. They were so chill. They didn't care that, like, we had left and got back, but they did care that cousin had did that, because why would you leave like that? Like, because that was really messed up. Like, I keep saying that because I just cannot believe that. Like, I have done some, like, stuff, but, well, that's another story for another time, y'all. But yeah, like, it was just, like, crazy. But after that, it's like, yeah, I just cannot be tagging along to just anything, because it really gets crazy out here. You have a gut feeling to, like, I had a feeling like that I need to stay home anyway for New Year's. Jack, he hurt my feelings. I was, like, young and dumb, so of course I was crying. My first little heartbreak. But it's like, I shouldn't have been around that anyway. Like, I should have listened to my intuition and listened to our mom and stayed home and stopped trying to hang around people who didn't really have, I felt like, my best interest. Yeah, they, like, looked out for me in ways and stuff. They just, like, were around toxic situations. Like, I didn't need to be around people like that. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, we end up heading back to Virginia, and Jill had told her mom and stuff what happened, and, like, it was really a funny story. Like, after it happened, I don't know why I thought it was funny, like, and at the time, like, I didn't really think it was funny. You know how something happens and it's not funny at the time, but then when you sit back and talk about it, you come to the realization, okay, this is kind of funny when you talk about it. That's what it was given. So that is how I almost got pee-peed on New Year's. It really taught me a lot, y'all, because, like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, but that really taught me to just stay home sometimes. And after that, I still ended up chilling with Jill, like, for a little bit after that. Like, she didn't always have me in crazy situations. It was crazy for both of us. Yeah, y'all, Jill had me in some situations, nothing too crazy, but it just made me realize, like, I don't need to be around that. Like, and then trying to hang out and be around Jack, but, like, Jack, he not good for me either. Like, girl, he don't want you, and why would you want somebody who disrespects you like that? Why would you want that? Why would you do that to yourself? So let me take these curls down, y'all. We gonna see what it's giving. But yeah, y'all, that was just really crazy that happened. Jill She was super chill, super fun to be around. At that time, that was really like my ride or die, like just being around their family. At the time, I was just really like, I wouldn't say desperate, but I was a little bit desperate to have friends and just be around lifestyle of like turn it up and partying and stuff. But not saying like if you're doing it responsibly and around people who like have your best interest, then go for it. But to me, I did not need to be around that. Like, wasn't given. And I have like so many story times. It's so crazy. I feel like I've lived like 10 lives. Like, sorry y'all, I had to film the rest off camera because my hair was really looking crazy. I don't know how I feel about the blowout look, but I'm gonna just stick with it because I'm trying not to put like a lot of heat on my hair and stuff. So yeah, no, it's giving like old school vibes, but I don't know, maybe because I don't do it a lot. So like I was saying, that's why you don't hang out with just like, you have to watch who you hang out with. And I'm really glad to have just made it home. Like, after that, y'all, I still continued to be young and dumb and hang out with Jill and and I know y'all are like, girl, like, please. I know. But eventually, like, I came to my senses and I was trying to get my own place anyway because my mom, she lived like an hour from all the little action I was trying to be around when I should have been home. And so I had ended up getting my own apartment and I ended up meeting another guy and going with him. I was not like really pressed to be around like Jill and everything she had going on and just that family in general because like I just didn't need to be around that. Like, that is a story time of how I almost got pew-pewed on New Year's Eve. And you know, this is kind of grown on me. Like, y'all enjoy the story time. I will drop some more because like I said, my life has been, still is a Lifetime movie. So if y'all enjoyed this story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be dropping get ready with me vlogs and story times, tips if I have any for y'all. But yeah, y'all, thanks so much for tuning into my first YouTube video. Yay. All right, see y'all. Bye.